Many people have a dream to be a permanent resident in a developed country. So I thought to give you a series of videos about different options of migrating to Canada. If you follow this series of videos, you will learn how to get PR in Canada, how to travel in Canada as a visitor, how to come to Canada as a foreign student, and about many other pathways. Canada has decided to welcome 351,000 new permanent residents in 2021 and 361,000 in 2022. So this is the best time to think about migrating to Canada. If anyone needs to enter Canada, they can come either on a temporary resident visa or on a permanent resident visa. Temporary resident visa is valid for a limited period of time. Temporary resident visa includes visit visa, student visa, super visa, and work permit. If you need to come to Canada as a permanent resident, there are a number of paths including express entry, family sponsorship, Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program, and provincial nomination programs. There are some other ways except for these paths to get permanent residency in Canada. I will discuss those paths too in future videos. In this video, I explain the eligibility criteria for the quickest and the easiest way to get PR in Canada, which is express entry. According to this system, you can get PR even without Canadian education, job offer from a Canadian employer, relatives in Canada, or ties to Canada. There are 3 programs under the Express Entry program. Number 1, Federal Skilled Worker Program. 2, Federal Skilled Trades Program. And number 3, Canadian Experience Class. Out of these 3 programs, I first discuss the Federal Skilled Worker Program. We call this program FSW in short. If you wish to apply for PR under this program, you need to follow a few steps. These steps are: check your eligibility, find your NOC code, get your ECA done, take your language test, calculate your CRS score, create an express entry profile, collect your documents until you get ITA, fill out the online form, scan and upload the documents, pay your fees, submit your complete application, and the final step is visa stamping. Let's first discuss how to check your eligibility. You need to have some minimum requirements and get 67 points out of 100 according to the 6 selection factor points grid to be eligible to apply for PR under FSW program. Before you calculate CRS points, you need to assess these 2 factors. Without these minimum requirements and get 67 points out of 100 under 6 selection factor points grid, you are not eligible to apply for PR under FSW program. What are the minimum requirements you need to have to be eligible to apply under this program? Number 1, skilled work experience. 2, language ability. 3, education. 4, proof of funds. And 5, admissibility. Let's see what skilled work experience is. That means you must have worked in a specific job category listed in the National Occupational Classification. According to this classification, jobs are grouped into 5 categories based on your job duties and work you do. And jobs are given a code called NOC code. I have put the link in the description section to find your NOC code yourself. Skill category jobs are managerial jobs, skill type 0, professional jobs, skill level A, and technical jobs and skilled trades, skill level B. Your work experience must be in the same category of job. That means if you have done more than one job, all your jobs should have the same NOC code. Also, your work experience must have gained within the last 10 years. Further, your work should be paid work. You cannot use volunteer work or unpaid internships. And you must have worked at least 1 year of continuous work or 1560 hours in total. What is 1 year of continuous work or 1560 hours in total? That means if you have worked full time, you must have worked at least 30 hours per week for 1 year. If you have done a part-time job, for example, suppose you have worked 15 hours a week for 24 months, then it will add up to 1560 hours and you will be eligible for express entry. Also, if you have done more than one job, you can still use your experience as long as all the jobs are in the same knock code. If you have work experience gained while you were studying, it also can be used if you were paid, no gaps in employment, and also your employment falls into the skilled category that we discussed earlier. Having 1 year work experience is only a minimum requirement to be eligible to apply for PR. But you need to have more experience to get PR as you need higher CRS points to receive an ITA. The second one, language ability. You must take an approved language test either in English or in French and get a minimum score of Canadian Language Benchmark CLB Level 7 for English or NCLC Level 7 for French. For English, Canada accept either IELTS or CELPIP exam, and for French, either TEF Canada or CEF Canada exam. CLB Level 7 is equal to 6 points to each band in IELTS exam. Don't be mistaken, this is also only a minimum requirement. But you need to get higher scores to receive an ITA. Number 3, education. You must have a certificate or a diploma or a degree obtained from a secondary or post-secondary institution. This is also only a minimum requirement. You need to have higher qualifications to get PR in Canada, which will be discussed in future videos. Number 4, proof of funds. You must show that you have enough money for you and your family to settle in Canada. You need to show 12,960 Canadian dollars for one person and 16,135 Canadian dollars for two persons. This table shows how much money you should show. Number 5, admissibility. You must be admissible to Canada. Some people are not allowed to enter Canada due to some reasons. For example, security reasons, medical reasons, financial reasons, human right violation, etc. If you wish to enter Canada either on a temporary resident visa or on a permanent resident visa, you should not be inadmissible to enter Canada. If you have all these minimum requirements, then you will have to assess your application based on 6 selection factors. As I told you earlier, you need to get 67 points out of 100 to be qualified for the FSW program. If you have met these minimum requirements and have scored 67 out of 100 according to this points grid, you are qualified to submit a profile to the express entry pool. I will discuss about the 6 selection factor points grid in my next video. If you have any questions on Canada migration, please put in the comment section. I will answer your questions in future videos. So let's meet in next video on 6 selection factors.